welcome to our last live of the season.
Wow. Welcome, friends.
Welcome to the finale of season 4. We've made it 24 freaking weeks of We Are Liars, of Pretty Little Liars. It's been a journey this year. Off mic, we were talking. It took us 8 months to complete a season.
Wow.
That is more than half the year.
I really don't even remember
More than almost a year.
Season 4, to be honest with you.
We started it in June for our patrons. In the summer.
Right.
It was like a lifetime ago, but yet it felt so quick.
It feels so quick. Like this doesn't feel that long ago, but
it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're live tonight. Our patrons are in the chat.
Yes, they are.
One
Hi,
of the
friends.
perks of being a part of the Patreon network, we do live podcasts. And here it is, the last live of the season.
Yeah. And if you haven't heard, if for some reason you're joining us for the
This
finale,
is your first episode. Hey.
welcome. But we're going to be starting season 5 in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And it's going to be exclusively on Patreon.
Exclusive.
So if you're interested and you want to follow along, come join us. We have guest spots available, live podcasts.
You got to be an A-team. You got to be an A-team member.
That's right. As Liz says, we do live podcasts. We do live watch-alongs. Plus, you just get part of the Discord and you get to support us, which we love you so much for doing.
We love you so freaking much.
But
and exclusively our patrons will also get a chance to be a guest on the podcast.
That's right.
So the first 3 spots will be open pretty much when you hear this episode.
Yep.
So if you're a patron, you can go over to patreon.com and there will be a guest raffle, a patron raffle. You enter it and then we will choose 3 winners for the first half of the season, and then later on the season we'll choose another 3 winners. So if you want to pledge now, that's great. If you want to pledge later in the show, that's great too. You still get an opportunity.
Yeah.
But that will exclusively be on Patreon for the entire March to August. And then September we are public.
We will be public, but we will not be recording in real time. So
No.
if this is this might be the last time you see us until September.
Yes.
So-
Hopefully we might look different. I definitely will look different.
You definitely will. I probably will. We will. But like,
Yeah.
it's just so crazy to think because in September, our lives are going to be so different. And you guys will just be watching us in the past.
Yeah, it will be great.
It will be great. Anyway, let's get into
nothing you have to worry about now.
this crazy finale.
Season 4, episode 24. A is for Answers. This aired March 18th, 2014. This was written and directed by Marlene King.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I guess it was a big episode. She decided to take both on herself.
Mm-hmm.
The summary, obviously, the liars finally learned what happened to Allie on the night she disappeared. I mean, that's the gist of the episode. This was the episode of the episodes. We were waiting for this episode. I remember them teasing it, and we were just so friggin' hyped. We were so hyped. We're like, Allie's going to tell us everything. And like, she did.
She did.
She kind of did.
She did.
She clarified some things.
Yeah.
So bear with me because I literally have to go bullet by bullet.
Can I just fix my headphones?
Of apps. You should never ask. But I had to go bullet by bullet of everything that happened because, girl, I might miss something. I have to read it off. So excuse me if I'm looking at the iPad a lot. But we open this episode with the first reveal of the first person that knows Allie is alive, Mr. Friggin' Noel Khan. And Michelle didn't even recognize him at first.
I didn't.
She goes, wait a minute.
It was like a delayed reaction. I know Liz was waiting for it. And then when I finally realized it, my first words were like, oh my gosh, Vic was right. Vic in our part of our Patreon family.
Vic.
Newbie Vic. She brought it up earlier in the week saying, hey, Mitch, what if it's Noel Khan? It's so funny.
And I was like,
because I almost said it when we were on with Serena as a joke. I didn't actually think it was going to be Noel Khan. I was like, wow, just like Noel Khan or something. There's no way.
Yeah, and we haven't thought about him. The only time we mentioned his name this season is when our listener, Kate, had brought in the A or Nay and said, who was it that looked like Noel Khan? Who was it?
Who was it?
Oh, Dean Stavros.
Oh, right. Yeah, Dean.
And that's the only time I think we've mentioned Noel Khan's name this season. He's been gone for quite some time.
Yeah, so much so I think I asked if he was on the island.
Yeah, and I was
no.
like, he's not.
He's not on the island.
He's not after this as well. We will see him again.
Okay, so we open with Noel Khan.
He's like Allie's handler, essentially.
Yeah, and the girls are confused of Noel too, but Allie says Noel has secrets too.
That's the reason that she chose him, is because Noel has secrets too. That's quite literally the only thing she explains about Noel Khan and why he's there. And we only see him like 1 or 2 times.
Do we learn about his secrets? Or should I just forget it? Chat, can you sound off?
Should you just forget it?
Should I just forget it?
You hold on to it because you're you, and whatever is important to you. I can't say yes or no if it matters to be. I really don't remember.
All right.
There are some things I remember about Noel Khan later in the show, but maybe his secret. Who freaking knows?
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you it doesn't matter, at least in the beginning of season 5.
Okay.
I only watched the opening, so
got it.
So Allie, she walks in, and so it seems as though Noel has taken them somewhere. So it's not the original place that they had met Allie, is what they were thinking.
Right.
We will learn in the opener where they actually are. They're not in Philly. They're somewhere else. But their car is in Philly. So I guess that warehouse where Allie was staying, or the meeting place, was in Philly, but Noel took them and drove them, or maybe flew them, I don't know, somewhere else.
Oh, I thought that
it's very confusing.
Yeah, I thought the warehouse part was maybe the basement of where they actually are.
Oh yeah, no, it's a completely different place.
And so the flashlight that was going, not to jump ahead, was going through the window was not the cops. It wasn't.
It was A.
Got it.
So, and they do that as a fake out to make you think that the cops are onto them when really they're not.
Ah.
Yeah. And the cops even say, we have the suspect's car. They're not here.
Right.
Yeah. So wherever they went, I won't spoil it, but they go somewhere. And Allie walks in and she hugs all of them except Spencer, which I was like, oh, it's like a little cringy. My butthole puckered a little bit. I was like,
her butthole puckered a little bit.
Oh, that was like really awkward to watch. And also like a statement, right?
Yeah.
Like, I hug you, Spencer. I hug you, Hannah, Emily, Aria, and then glad you came, Spencer.
But
how'd you feel about that?
Spencer didn't go for the hug either.
She didn't. I guess because Spencer is so worried that she did something to hurt Allie, that why would Allie want to hug her, I guess. So she was really reserved about it.
I guess I took that as Spencer didn't go for the hug, so Allie didn't go for the hug. If Spencer went for the hug, I think Allie might have hugged her.
You think so?
I do.
Yeah. It was almost kind of like she walked past Aria, but then like went back and held Emily's hand.
Yeah.
And it was just really awkward to me. And I was like, ooh, that was like kind of weird to witness, but she states that if they can't figure out this whole A situation tonight, she's going to have to leave.
Forever.
Like forever. At this point.
What?
Right. Like, she had, like, we see Noel got her a plane ticket and like a passport and something or another money.
How did Noel do that? How did he? These are children. They're 17 years old. He has hookups of getting passports.
This whole episode, Michelle and I were talking about in the flashbacks, like, these girls are 14.
Yeah, it's really hard. It was really hard.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hannah tells her, well, actually, we think your mom stole the game from Mona. And Emily says, you don't look surprised. And this is when Allie says, I have a lot to tell you guys. In which she takes forever and a day to sit down and get the conversation started. But she starts her story in Hilton Head, in which she's with Ian. They claim they never had sex. So what are you guys doing in a hotel room? With a camera.
And the bed was unmade.
Good point. What was it about? I don't know. It really was creepy.
It was so icky.
It was. And immediately Melissa comes and she is banging down the door. I was watching Miss Lauren Daisy and she was talking about how this is when Melissa was going to go to Hilton Head for the abortion. Do you remember all this?
Oh, yes.
But I thought that was... But then, I don't know. It was a little confusing. And I was like, oh, right. But Melissa went to go check on Ian, in which she figures that Ian is with Allie It kind of really doesn't matter. Melissa doesn't obviously care for Alison.
Will you humor me?
Yeah.
And be patient with me?
Yeah.
And please remind me of the age gap between Allie and Ian.
I'm pretty sure.
4 years?
I think it's more than that. It might be 5 years.
Chat, I apologize.
It might be 6. It might be 6 years.
Can anyone sound off on this?
I'm pretty sure at one point we figured out it was 6 years. Disgusting. Every single
So they're 20?
man on the show is disgusting.
And
yeah, I guess. And she's 14.
And they know. This isn't like an Ezra situation where
he knows damn well she is 14 years old.
this is so disgusting.
He's also then doing that with Spencer on the side behind
Right.
Melissa's back.
Right.
Yeah. He's absolutely atrocious. He is a villain, like all the men on this show.
Truly. Minus Travis.
Minus Travis, of course.
So far.
So she says, if you're still with Allie, kind of saying, things are, someone's going to get hurt, which is like, what do you mean by that? So Allie overhears that Ian says to her, Allie doesn't mean anything to me. And so Allie's pissed, goes on his laptop and decides to take all of his files on a little thumb drive, and she leaves.
Doesn't Ian give you like in this? Didn't it remind you of a little guy named Steven from a little show called Tell Me Lies with all the videos?
Yeah. Yes, very much so.
Okay, Mike is sounding off, saying 7 to 8 year difference.
What? Yikes!
Yikes!
That's so bad.
Okay, so thank you, Mike. Thank you
So much.
Thank you for doing the work. So the NAT Club, what does that stand for? Need a therapist?
Jason Garrett,
Right.
Ian.
So Ian he's made these videos. I just want to like a little recap. He's made these videos and he had the Toby and Jenna.
He has pretty much incriminating videos on like most people in Rosewood.
Right. Which could cause some damage.
Yeah, he says I have videos of Allie and your videos of your family.
Right.
It could take this drive can take everyone down. Including Ian, including Jason, including Garrett and Jenna and Toby, like all these people.
Everyone in Rosewood. Ian holds everybody's secrets.
Which is...
It's so weird.
It's unfortunate that it's Ian. He is like Steven DeMarco, yes.
In this way.
But he's stupid. Steven is so smart.
No, I know. Calculated and all the things. But I couldn't help but think of where we're at in the season of Tell Me Lies.
With the videos, yeah.
With the videos, yeah.
Yeah, so she takes these videos so she can blackmail A, in which she doesn't know who it is. But she's like, I have these videos. A's got to be at least one person on them.
Yeah.
So I have the upper hand. And so she basically goes around and she's utilizing these videos as her leverage to talk to all these people. So the first person, we've seen this before, it's Jenna. They almost don't even need to redo this scene. It's like they kind of use like a green screen version of that scene.
Yeah.
Where Allie shows her the tape. We know this, threatens Jenna, knows it's not Jenna because she gets an A text afterwards.
Right.
As simple as that. She then tells the other girls that she suspected them, which they're kind of upset about. But she's like, hey, I wasn't really good friends to you.
Yeah.
I did use you and manipulate you.
And she says she suspected everyone. So
it could be anyone.
No one's safe.
Yeah.
Clear.
So she says, I used sleeping pills to make you guys go to sleep so I could see if you were going to text me. So she wanted to have this very, very important sleepover. It's the end of summer sleepover. We know the sleepover in the barn. She tells her mom she's going to do this sleepover, and Jessica immediately is like, no, you're not going outside. And while she is telling Allie, she's on the phone saying like, I'm really unsafe. I'm worried why you need to do something about this. You need to send someone. Very cryptic messages, but it will eventually mean something.
It will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank goodness. It would be really weird to set this up and not come back to this.
Not even realizing that this is where we kind of start some things that will happen soon-ish.
Okay.
it's just interesting to hear if you listen to what Jessica is saying, you're like, oh, okay. Those who know.
And those who don't will
And
soon
those
know.
who don't will soon know. But it's an interesting scene. Allie doesn't listen, of course. She sneaks out, taking her mother's sleeping pills.
Yeah.
Drugs the other girls, and goes about her night, which is a very, very eventful Yellow Top night. This is the year. It's like a day in the life, a year in the life of Alison DeLaurentis this night.
Yeah. I mean, what time do you think she's
When did
started?
she sneak out? 8 p.m.? It had to have started early, and this is summer, so daylight is for a long time.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what?
It's got to be like 8:39 p.m.
And then all of these events just lined up real quickly, real fast, and ended quickly to move on to the next.
Yeah. Of course.
Of course.
So we go to the infamous barn where we get the pilot scene. We know the scene. We've seen it a bunch of times. The girls get drugged. They're laughing obnoxiously about Beyonce and all that. And so the girls fall asleep. This makes Allie allowed to go and do the thing she has to do. It seems as though Toby had contacted her, in which we do learn this in previous seasons. We don't actually see a scene of it, but Toby meets with Allie, tells Allie he's grateful that Jenna was blinded, got her away from him, and he's like indebted to her for life. And so she knows that he's not A. He gives her sweater because she's cold. All of this we've heard from Toby. We don't actually see it, and then we see the aftermath. And then we do hear from Toby that Allie got in the car with an older guy. This was back in the day. So then we see her get into the car with the older guy, who happens to be Ezra Fitz. Which back then, I think maybe we thought it was Garrett.
Right.
Or Wilden. Like,
right.
Who the hell knew
right. Yeah.
who she was getting in the car with?
Yeah.
Or Byron.
Right.
So she gets picked up by Ezra. He's pissed, which let me tell you, if you put the pieces together, they were talking a whole freaking year.
Was it a year?
And not hooking up because she meets, well, maybe. See,
she met.
Did she meet him before Halloween? I don't know. But this is the summer right before she goes missing. Which means he's got to be 21 or just about to be 22 because he takes a job at Hollis fresh out of college, which would make you 22. So it wasn't like so many years ago. It was very recent that he was dating Allie.
Were they actually dating?
Again, we didn't have sex, Ezra. It's like we had to keep
I think
mentioning
they need
this
to say
because
that.
they really did a job on the audience by making every underage girl a potential victim.
My understanding is that they met over the summer.
Okay, you think I honestly don't.
I do because she was
know.
with CeCe. She had that summer with CeCe.
Okay, yeah.
She tells the girls that they met at a
bar
near Hollis and said that her and CeCe were roommates at UPenn.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What I was confused about is, she Googles the book he's reading, brings up a line, says, haha, I'm lying.
Yeah, he knows she's full of shit.
Right. And then from there, he wanted to write a book about her?
Yeah, like we don't know how often do they see each other.
Right.
To what capacity. We know they kissed. We know they have that scene where she talks about the boysenberry pie and beer.
Right.
So that was a separate scene as to the one we saw tonight. I don't know how many times they saw each other and how intense their relationship was. Like, they didn't have a sexual relationship, apparently. So, or maybe, I don't know what they did.
Right. And then...
And he was so fascinated by her that he decided to write a book about her. But at the time, too, she was journaling about writing about the moments right now. And, like, they both are writing about each other, maybe. But, like, did this spark it? He claims it sparked his interest when he found out she was killed. And that's when he started to write his true crime novel.
Well, I think then it took it was a
turn.
different idea of like, oh my gosh, I know this girl.
Yeah.
Now I'm interested on her disappearance and let me
Right.
write about that. But so anyway, they get in the car and then he says, you lied to me that you were not 21, you were 14. Who told him?
Good question.
How did he find that out?
Yeah, good question.
And so he calls it off and she gets out of the car. So they don't actually go anywhere.
No, I mean, maybe he figured this out by doing his book research on her or something. I don't know how he found this out. We don't get any clarification. But luckily he does before it goes any further. And then he ends it with her and she's like, I'll be seeing you. And he's like, no, you won't.
And she goes, you're a good guy, Ezra.
Right.
Which I was like,
is this how they redeem him?
I was like, is this
oh,
the redemption
just
tour
wait.
we're on right now? This is the beginning of it to show that
He's not bad after all.
Right.
Who cares?
Okay, so that's who she got into the car
So she gets
with.
out of the
Got
car, texts Ian, let's meet at the Kissing Rock. We've seen this scene before. This is, the infamous scene. We think Ian has killed Allie. They really just were kissing. It must have been an intense kiss that knocks her to the ground and makes her moan. So it just doesn't make any freaking sense.
Right.
But they wrap everything up. And this is when she starts threatening him. She's like, you and your stupid girlfriend better not be doing anything to me. You better not be sending me any messages or dolls or any of that. And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. If you have these tapes, like, this is a danger to everyone. Please know that. And then, obviously, we see later Ian wants those tapes back because he knows Miss Spencer has the tapes.
Right.
But again, we talk about, like, we didn't have sex. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. She's like, yeah, but you have these tapes of all these people and underage girls getting dressed in their bedrooms. And it's just,
Ew.
it's so creepy and disgusting.
Yeah.
So she goes back to the barn. This is when she figures out Spencer is not sleeping, even though she thought she was. And Spencer is erratic yet again and threatening Allie and chasing after her again. A scene we've seen with her and the shovel, which ends positively, I guess, where Spencer ends up losing it and she drops her pills. Allie figures out she's speeding.
You're speeding, Spencer?
You're speeding. In which Spencer is like, please do not tell my parents. They can't know. Nobody can know. And Allie says, it's a little secret between us. Spencer goes back to the barn to go to sleep. Didn't kill or hurt Allie. And as Arya says, listen, Spence, you went back to sleep. You didn't hurt anyone that night. So Spencer is so relieved.
Yeah.
She breaks down. It's these girls. And everyone in the chat was saying, look how young and hopeful they were, these flashbacks. And then we see them now in present day. And they are so just drained and tired. And it's really hard to see them like that.
Yeah.
They were just crying this whole episode, especially hearing everything that Allie was saying.
Well, it's very hard to hear.
Very emotional. Yeah. The last person she has to see is Byron.
Right.
Which is a whole scene that we've seen before. We don't need to go into it. It's just her blackmailing him about the money and Meredith and all that. Which then she says, I did all my things. A never texted me again, so I decided to go home. I'm like, why are you going home if you're having a sleepover with the girls at the barn? Like, what made you go home?
What made you go home?
So she goes home. Her mother's staring at her from in the window, and like, clearly she snuck out, but she's not really pissed at her. She's like kind of looking at her and then starts to look horrified because someone is coming behind her and smashes a big huge rock in Allie's head, which makes her pass out. Jessica runs out from the house, and the next thing we see is Jessica is burying her daughter. And Allie is like, oh no, I was alive and trying to scream for help and I couldn't move, like paralyzed. Oh, that is so chilling.
Dark.
So dark.
Sick.
Twisted, sick AF, like, and it's for her own parent to, like, the last thing she sees before it goes dark is her parent.
The crazy thing is though, and which I'm sure we're gonna get to, who is Mrs. D trying to cover for? Why would you bury your own daughter?
Right. And start and say to them, like, what have you done? What have you done? Just wait. It's exciting. Like, see, this episode sets up so much of what we're going to do.
Do we get the answer?
Absolutely.
We do.
We get like 5 answers in one with this whole thing.
Is Mrs. D Dunzo?
Is she on the island? I mean, we'll see her like in flashbacks and stuff, but
okay.
Jessica De Laurentiis is on the island, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Craziness, yeah. So she ends up burying her, and Spencer's like, wait, that's why she was trying to pin it on me, because she knows who did it and she's covering up for whoever this is. And then they're like, did Grunwald, help you? Is that real? And she says yes. Actually, I forgot to mention about the rest of the Ezra stuff, though, because Arya's like, I need to know if what he told me was true. And Allie says, Ezra's still looking for me because he wants to, like, prove to you that if he finds me, like, he'll make amends.
He wants to get you back, essentially.
He wants to get you back, and the only way he thinks he could do that is to find me. Which Allie knows Ezra's trying to find her. I guess she's been running from him, too.
Right, so how would she...
So he goes to Shauna in Georgia.
Yes.
Shauna must have said, you're on this... I don't know how much information Shauna could have possibly given him, but...
Yeah, would she give him information?
I mean, maybe she did, and that's why Ezra was there. Ezra. Anyway, so back to...
Okay.
Where was I? With the... the Grunwald. She saves Allie. That's real. Unfortunately,
she saves her.
She pulls her out of the ground.
Brings her to the hospital. Make sure she's okay. Allie flees from the hospital. This is all in the same night, guys. It's still the same night.
It's still dark. It's still dark out. There's no way.
Maybe she brought her to the hospital and Allie was like, oh, I just fell. I don't think Allie would be like, I was buried alive.
So
what would she tell the hospital?
Right. Like, I have no idea. And to mention, the scene at the Kissing Rock, it looks like it's like dusk.
Yeah.
Like it's starting to get light out.
How long was she buried alive for?
Unclear.
It couldn't be that long.
Couldn't have been that long.
And when Miss Grumwald sped? Yeah, that's it. That's the best.
She flew on her broomstick.
Caleb was on that bus forever and a day.
Yeah.
How did we get? Oh, whatever. Okay.
The detail, the logistics do not make sense at all. None of it makes sense. We just have to go with it. They tried to make it all work. They really tried to piece it together. They did the best they could because they didn't have a Lauren Daisy timeline. I'll tell you that. They did not have a vision board in the writer's room because they messed up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Grunwald saves her at the hospital. She flees the hospital. Mona, in the middle of the night, picks Allie up. She sees her in the middle of the road.
What?
She's like, oh my God, are you okay? They go to the Lost Woods motel. They take the first room. She tries to get Allie, nursing her back to health. We see Allie sleeping and Mona's in the A-lair next door. So we know this is the birth of, well, it was already the birth of the A-lair. But in this A-lair, it's very calculated. It's just Allie. We see only pictures of Allie. And eventually, once Allie is gone, then Mona decides to torment the girls. And we do see Allie has the Alison bracelet, which I feel like we definitely used that a lot in the first season of like a torment thing for the girls, which obviously was Mona.
But Mona tells her the only thing you can do is disappear.
Yeah. So this whole thing is interesting and I wonder what you make of it. So Allie gets hit on the head with a rock. This whole time is saying, I'm going to kill you. Do you think Mona was the one to hit her with the rock? And is just playing it off?
I don't, because why would Mrs. D act like that?
Right. Why would she have loyalties to Mona? So it seems like
so
Mona
weird.
wasn't the one to have hurt Allie. She just benefited from Allie already being hurt.
Or Mona set up the person to hurt Allie. But then why would Jessica cover? I don't know. Because Mona just convenient. But again, how would Mona know that Allie got out of the hospital?
Right. It was also,
That's
it was
true.
very convenient for Mona to know exactly where Allie was. Because also, I mean, she's tracking her. She's A.
Right. So Mona.
So she knows where Allie is.
Mona was tormenting Allie this whole time.
Yes, which I feel we should have done that detail a little bit further of like, yeah, and Mona was A. We don't even talk about that. We
don't.
Just see it, and I kind of wish Allie was like, yeah, I figured out Mona was A. She never talks about how she figured out Mona was A. And the fact that she does know Mona is A, I was talking to Michelle off mic, why didn't she ever freaking say anything?
I know, and that's why I think I feel like I've said this from the beginning. Maybe I'm not remembering myself correctly, but I always what feels like it's been A, and then there's someone who, like, two different. A was torturing, but not the one who killed Allie or attempted now to kill Allie.
Right. So do you think Allie kind of, it's still fucked up, but like Allie was like, oh, Mona, she was the one tormenting me, which she still so said, should have said something to the girls, but she wasn't like the big threat. Like there's clearly there's a bigger threat that the girls don't know. And Allie still doesn't know who this person that took the game from Mona is, this new A.
Right.
But it's like that whole time she knew Mona was A, or at least Mona was helping do all this stuff. And all those like dreams, she couldn't have been like, it's Mona.
I know.
It's Mona. Like, not, you know who it is. No, you can never say it's Mona.
And then, like, there's a couple of times Allie was there to help the girls and save them.
Yeah.
But not enough. I guess that was the deal of.
Where I guess maybe she didn't want to lead on to Mona that
Right.
she knew Mona was A. But it's like if Allie, but then, so Allie says, after Mona hit Hannah with the car, she decided to stick around and not run.
Where was she saying?
Where was she saying? Who knows? So I guess maybe at that point, like if Mona didn't know where Allie was, she couldn't have been torturing her. So she just tortured the girls, in which we know why she did it, because Hannah, decided to become besties again with them and kind of left her in the dust and all that. And Allie made fun of her. We know all this. But just, I don't know. Allie's sticking around. Again, we don't know where, like how close in proximity she is. Like, was she in like Brookhaven or like Philly? Like, who knows?
When did Noel Khan start helping her? What's the origin of their story?
There's so many questions.
So many. Like, we got so many answers kind of in this episode, but we have so much more to ask.
Yeah. I know. It's difficult.
It's really frustrating.
So she sees Hannah get hit by the car by frickin' Mona, goes to the hospital, doesn't say it was Mona. Anyway, and then we find out something we've been wondering for quite a while is that when Ian was in the bell tower with Spencer, Allie was the one to push Ian off the bell tower.
Yeah.
Which I've been waiting for this reveal.
Yeah.
Because it's something something that has stuck with me as a viewer. I'm like, oh, right. I remember that's Allie. That's so great. It was Allie. But she does say that Ian did run off. So, I mean, I think we eventually figure out, obviously, it was then Mona, right?
I know.
Who killed Ian?
I guess. It's so fuzzy to me, to be honest
or was
with
it
you.
Wilden and Garrett? Like, maybe, I don't think we ever figure out who killed Ian. They make it look like a suicide attempt, but I don't think it
remember
was.
We got the letter.
It wasn't a suicide, but just to attempt to look like a suicide. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why Garrett. No, it can't have been Garrett.
Let's
I don't
ask
know.
the chat. Who remembers?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we never got the real answer there.
I was going to type like they can't hear us.
Do you guys remember?
Do you guys remember
what the real answer was? Who did kill Ian? We just assumed it was A, but A at that point was Mona. So, and poor Melissa has to go and like identify his body and
yeah, she's pregnant. Yeah.
Yes.
Or
she had lost the baby, I think, around then.
Yeah.
And then faked it for most of the rest of the show after that.
Right.
And then this whole night is completely ruined by A. They shoot through the glass. The girls are frantic, running up onto the roof, in which they can't escape. They can't go anywhere. This is present time, by the way. And they freak out. One person starts coming out of one of the, the stairwells, and it's Ezra. And the other end, another stairwell, A comes up. And it's just like, oh, come on. No. Go away, Ezra. No one asked for you to be here. You just took it upon yourself. I mean, I guess, does he technically save the day because he, like, knocks the gun out of A's hand?
A comes up with a gun.
Shooting up them from up the stairs, shooting at the roof.
And then Spider-Man's their way to another building. What is happening?
I hate it.
This was and also, like, Liz kept saying, and she jokes every time we watch, and she's like, wait till you see the stature of A.
What was this? This was like literally a bulletproof vest person.
This is a
this is a 6-year-old buff person.
And we reveal who it actually is, and it doesn't, I'm assuming, match what we're seeing. It's going to be
so
like,
funny.
it's
like a child.
yes, there's just no, yeah.
Yeah. It's bad. They always do this with like that whole complete face mask, which makes it look even, I don't know, it doesn't have that quintessential
No.
A look. This
No.
looks literally like someone's body double,
Correct.
a stunt double
Correct.
doing it, which it very well is, I'm sure.
Yeah. To go back to Ian.
Yeah.
According to the wiki, what Mike pulled, in an interview with Marlene King, she confirmed that Ian did in fact commit suicide.
Wowzer.
For unknown reasons, Mona was the one who faked the suicide note.
Okay.
This is according to the wiki.
We know the suicide note was fake. I didn't think he actually took his
No,
life.
we thought that note was fake.
Yeah, because it had all the weird lettering and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you, Mike. And thank you,
Mike.
Wiki, because that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like whoever, and then because to go back to this fight scene,
Yeah.
Jumping off of the building and then on to the next, and Ezra says that's definitely not your mom. Or someone says that's definitely, Hannah says it's definitely not your mom.
Definitely not your mom. Yeah, so acknowledging this spider monkey, this spider man,
Spider-Man.
is clearly Marshall, or maybe it's Jake. Maybe it's someone who's very athletic. Someone extremely athletic.
Can you imagine?
I hope it is Jake, honestly. I hope they decide to use him for that.
Take off your mask. Take off. I was like, I know.
Oh. Yeah, did you think that they were
No.
gonna... No.
I actually thought the episode was going to cut like right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So they leave, and then Ezra has this moment where he's like, oh, it's so beautiful. And then you realize very soon he's shot, and we leave the episode where they're all like screaming from the rooftops, like, please help, because they can't get down. They can't go anywhere. And Ezra's bleeding out, and which Arya is devastated. I mean, they all are devastated.
I know. And they really are all devastated. Allie is devastated.
Yeah.
At this point, it feels like I guess seeing anybody shot.
Right. And because of them,
Yeah.
Especially Allie.
Right.
Allie is like the creator of this whole scenario.
Right.
The girls are just like, I wouldn't say innocent bystanders, but they are pawns in this whole game. And
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So we have a ton of questions to get through before we talk about the rest of the episode. So Britt says, are you satisfied with the answers that we got?
Yes, but half satisfied.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that we got what we got.
Yeah, I think now that we know what happened that night, we can kind of put that night behind us and move on to future and figure out who A is.
Yeah. The thing is, though, we still don't have all the answers from that night.
No, we don't. We don't
With
have
Mrs. D.
who tried to kill Alison, why Mrs. D would cover it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kate asks, which reveal was the most shocking to you?
Mrs. D burying her.
Yeah, I have to say that's the most shocking.
That is really so disturbing, and
it's so disturbing.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's definitely, and that's the most memorable thing about, I think, Alison's like buried alive. Well, about this night, I think that's the most like pivotal part, is that her mother did do this to her.
Yeah.
And that's like the last person that you would think that I would ever do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's definitely the most shocking. Mike says, does Ezra survive? If so, do you think this will cause them to get back together?
Yes, he survives. Yes, they get back together. Next. I can't even entertain it,
Same.
And it's not a bad question. That's
Absolutely not.
I'm not judging the question by any means.
But they asked a question, you answered it. Like that. That was the answer.
And like I've stated, I think they get back,
Yeah, you think they're end game.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it would make sense. Also, I have teased, and I had played about Lauren's voicemail last week. He wanted to stick around.
Right.
So it doesn't seem like they would just, it would have been, honestly, it would have been a great ending.
If they killed him, major
Kudos.
props.
Right.
Major props.
know.
And I now view you guys so differently
Same.
in the choices you have
Yeah,
made.
no, they're not brave enough to do that. But also, as we said, Ian wanted to stick around, so he will not be dead, but might take him a little bit to get on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Kat asks, if you were both at the round table with Allie, what would be the question you ask her first? I honestly would be like, where you been? Where the hell you been, Loca? Like, where have you actually been? Because we've been trying to track you down.
Yeah.
For a whole
and
2 years.
Yeah, where you been? If you knew it was Mona, why didn't you say anything?
Who do you think A is?
Who do you think A? Like, who's your mom covering for?
Right. And to go back to that, honestly, Allie has had 2 years of running and watching them. You don't think Allie did her research as to who this person could be?
Right.
I don't believe that.
And clearly she has people that she's aligned with.
Right.
She
so
has
you don't
Shauna.
think other people
she
can
has
help
Noel
her do that?
Khan. She has her own little squad.
Yeah. So that doesn't sit right with me that Allie doesn't have any clue as to who she thinks that could be.
Yeah.
Unless she truly thinks that it's the same person.
No, because she knew it was Mona. She found...
No, right. But maybe... Where was I going with this? I think...
Where does CeCe get into all of this?
Well, she says, I have information. It might have to do with this. It might not. The cryptic freaking messages from all these people. We'll get to CeCe in just a sec.
Okay.
Kat also asks, is the person who buried Mrs. D the person who actually tried to kill Allie and is protecting their secret by killing someone this time?
Maybe. Maybe. I was thinking, and I'm also wondering if, ever since Molly brought this up of like, she thinks, I mean, especially going back to a couple episodes ago of what, like, we just wanted Veronica to tell Spencer about that night.
Yep.
And Molly said, like, I think they're talking about 2 different things, right? And so I also think that in this episode, because I was going to say, like, okay, who do we think? I mean, but who do I think is Jessica's covering for, right? And so it makes me think Jason. It makes me think someone in the family.
Right.
And then it's like, sense. Does this have something to do with the Hastings? Clearly something is happening with them. Peter's freaking out. I know we're going to get to them, but it has to be someone close to them to cover.
That would be the only thing that makes sense.
And it probably doesn't make sense. And also, what are we so afraid of? Jessica was so afraid on the phone. Very worried.
Very. Yeah.
At this point, Jason is on this night. Was Jason home? Was he in Hilton Head? Is he...
Okay, so see...
You can't tell me.
No, I can. So a good friend, Lauren Daisy, she has an hour and change video about this specific
We
night.
will link it.
I'm going to link it in the show notes because...
Yeah.
And there's spoilers, so please, if you haven't watched ahead into season 5 and beyond, please don't watch it.
Yeah.
But she goes into this night and like in great detail, like things that we have already learned that I didn't even realize had to do with this night. So for instance, what I was telling Michelle off mic, Allie got from Hilton Head to Rosewood by plane via Duncan. She doesn't talk about that here. We just had figured that out from past episodes.
Which is crazy.
Also, the NAT club meeting in Allie's bedroom. Where is she? That's this night. Jason is there. Nowhere to be found, but there. Jessica also doesn't realize all these children are in her house. Conspiring against her daughter. All these things are happening during this night that we have seen. Jason being drunk on the porch. Thinking he saw CeCe and Melissa talking. All these things are happening this night, in which we still don't talk about in this episode because there's way too many freaking details to include. There's so many things that are going on. So Jason is passed out somewhere here. He is drunk on drugs, passed out. So we think. He could have had an erratic episode like Spencer,
And so, yeah, it just makes me think it's...
Jason is the most logical explanation.
Because what Peter
it's
would want to
her
call
child and Peter's child.
But in my heart of hearts, you love your J-Bay. And if J-Bay did something like this, I don't think Liz would be so pro J-Bay.
That's true. That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's what throws me off that course.
True. Okay.
And Mr. De Laurentiis, I have no idea who you are. If you're divorced, they're divorced.
I think his name is Ken De Laurentiis, and yes, they are divorced. But where was he during this night? Who the hell knows?
And it doesn't seem to matter. It doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah. I know all questions that definitely we all had at this point watching, and we were all writing them on IMDb and the message boards and Reddit and all the things and chatting about it every single week. And I think it was about maybe season 5 where I decided to go back and really rewatch for clues, in which of course it's impossible to get the clues. But as I said, in this episode, we are really starting to unfold some things, even though I know to you it doesn't seem that way, but we really are. So hold on.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
You gotta hold on.
Yes.
All right. So we wanted to know about CeCe. So she's brought in for questioning, I guess, because A had called the police on her last episode.
Yep.
And she's questioned about the Wilden thing, in which she doesn't really deny nor tell them that she did do. She's saying that, Wilden was a bad guy. But basically trying to bargain, stating that she knows Allie is alive and she knows who's in Allie's grave. I think she also said she knows who killed that person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she does say that.
And she says, I correct me if I'm wrong, Allie's alive and I have proof.
Right. And I've seen her before. Multiple times. So the second person that now knows that Allie's alive, and then Mona being the third person, in which I teased last week. So, yeah. We haven't seen Allie and CeCe interact.
And we haven't had Allie and Mona in this episode. Like, we didn't see.
Oh, no, not in present day.
No, not in present day. No.
Yeah. So CeCe, and then so Holbrook says, well, what does that have to do with Wilden? And she says, maybe nothing, but maybe everything.
Okay.
I mean,
Great.
Do you think knowing who's in Allie's grave, who tried to kill Allie, and Allie being alive, do you think that has to do with Wilden? Do you think it has anything to do with any of it?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I don't know if you'll tell me this. Do we know, though? Does the audience know and have seen this person who's in Allie's grave? I don't even know if that's possible.
I can tell you we don't know the person in Allie's grave.
Okay.
We have not seen the person in Allie's grave.
That would make sense.
It would, but it's PLL, so.
That's true. Okay.
The person in Allie's grave is someone we have never heard their name before. We have never seen them.
Okay. That almost
we will hear their name many times come this next season.
No, but it almost makes you feel better.
Well, yeah.
Because
it's like one less thing you kind of have to worry about.
Yeah, and it would kind of, I don't know, feel like you're tricking us.
Right.
A little bit.
But the question, though.
Yes.
If Allie wasn't in the grave, what happened to this girl?
Yeah.
That is in her grave. So we kind of have to unfold that as well.
This burial,
unfortunately,
is in the De Laurentiis' backyard,
where the gazebo was going to be built.
Okay. So Mrs. D, this happened. Okay. Just humor me for a second. Allie gets hit over the head in the front yard, right?
No, it's in the backyard where the gazebo would be, where they're going to put the gazebo.
Wait, Allie's walking home.
It's like she must be walking through Spencer's backyard to her backyard.
Through the back. Okay.
It's like the only time we see this. We never see the front of their house.
Okay. For some reason, I thought she was walking front. Okay. So she gets hit. Mrs. D runs out, automatically thinks she's dead, drags her. First, okay, drags her to where the gazebo's going to be, puts her in there,
Just, oh my God, fucked up.
buries her, and then goes back in the house. And then never you go to sleep after that?
I mean,
Do you take
would-
drugs after
You'd
that?
have to.
Your sleeping pills aren't
She'd
there
have
anymore.
well, yeah. Unless she's got some extra. She'd have to take a
Maybe
huge
that's
dose.
what she did, because how could you miss and then,
Another person getting hurt and
And
you're
sh-
on your property.
right, and Jason is still passed out during all of this.
So we think, yeah.
Because then you would have to see Mrs. Grunwald come into the property,
Yep.
dig up. It takes a while to dig one
Yeah.
person up. Then the hole is big,
And then someone else gets dropped in the hole again.
and then reburied
And then reburied. It's crazy. No,
All
it's crazy.
without anybody noticing.
No.
Are you kidding me? What?
Again, it's the fantasy
I
of
know.
PLL.
I just
And it sucks that we're logical thinking people and we like when
Okay.
things make sense.
Okay.
And this show just never will.
okay.
It's the never ending November. We'll never know the end.
It's a never-ending night. Okay.
It's the never ending night. And then lastly, we have to talk about all the Hastings. So when
Yeah.
the girls are gone, the Hastings house gets torn apart by the police because they're looking for evidence of where Allie could be. They're
Also,
like taking
Spencer's
some things.
missing.
Yeah. So Veronica's like, hey, I don't know what you think my daughter's done, but you need to tell me. And they're like, no, we don't know if she's done anything, but we know she might know where a missing person is. And then this is when he reveals to Veronica a photo of the girls talking to Allie on the, Ravenswood night. A few weeks ago, he says, too. A few weeks ago.
Wait.
Which is like, who got this photo?
Wait, what do you
And
mean
if-
on the Ravenswood night?
The night that they see Allie for the first time in the barn, when she takes her hood off and she's like, did you miss me? This is a photo from them leaving Ravenswood and getting into Spencer's backyard.
Yes.
Literally Veronica's backyard. Veronica's like, oh shit, that's my
that
house.
was 1,000 years ago.
Because it was, but to them it was a few weeks. A few weeks ago.
Right.
And so Veronica's like, oh my God, Allison's alive. Everyone goes down to the station. Veronica, Peter, and Melissa are all separated by these interview rooms, interrogation rooms. So Holbrook tries to get out of all of them. More information on Spencer. Like, they're only interested in Spencer. They're not really asking anything about, has she said anything about Allison? Like, none of that.
Can I ask a question?
Well, of course you can. You don't have to stop me. You can always ask a question.
Well, I don't want to interrupt your flow. Melissa flew home from London
Oh,
because
please.
she saw her boyfriend Toby there.
Please.
Wait, so Toby flew there to tell Melissa that she was in rehab?
This bullshit.
Bullshit,
I'm
bullshit,
sorry.
bullshit.
Absolutely not. She
Am
said,
I understanding that correctly?
well, she says, Toby told me, she tells the cops that Toby told her that Spencer missed her, but I guess she didn't want to reveal the pill situation. But she does tell Peter, Toby told me that Spencer relapsed and I came home.
Toby
But
flew,
why did Toby go there to begin with?
Toby flew to London to tell
Again,
Melissa?
we don't have
no
the
way.
stupid letter of what he was saying in the letter.
Does this
And
come
why
back
he
or
went
no?
there. I don't think so. I mean, not for a while if it does, because we don't talk about it in the premiere.
Toby buys himself a ticket. Wouldn't you just call? And first off, Spencer and Melissa don't have a great relationship.
Right. So the whole, my sister missed me. I think she literally is putting on a facade for
Well,
the
no,
cops.
but to tell Peter, like, oh, Toby told me she was in rehab. I came home.
Right. Like, do
What?
you really care that much?
No way. This does
No.
not make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe Toby did go to London and saw her, but I don't know. I feel like she's got other motives to be home. There's something else going on there.
Absolutely. This just doesn't make this. I think
Yeah.
we could have done anything else and not use Toby to get Melissa
Yeah,
home.
I agree.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
So they're all being questioned
They're all
separately.
being questioned, and then Peter gets questioned about the private eye he hired for Spencer, in which he kind of like immediately shuts it down. He's like, okay, I'm getting my lawyer. And then he starts to freak out. He's like, they know. And Melissa's like, Dad, like, are you okay? Like, what's happening? And then he sees Jessica at the station and he's like, do we still have an understanding? They're asking me about Spencer. And she's like, dude, I just found out my daughter's alive, so I can't really deal with this right now. So Peter's just spiraling, sitting there, and Veronica's kind of like making the phone calls to the lawyers and trying to get everything squared away so that they don't say anything, or if Spencer doesn't get in trouble, I don't really know what. And then Melissa decides she's just going to go whisper something in old daddy's ear. And Peter is like, what? Obviously, everyone wants
Yeah,
to know.
I don't know. Because it makes me think it has nothing to do with Allie's disappearance. Because for Mrs. D to be like, I can't deal with this right now. I just found out Allison's alive. I feel like Peter was already spiraling before this.
Yeah.
So,
well, Melissa says to her dad, Dad, do you really think Spencer hurt that girl? Meaning
Right.
the girl in Allie's grave.
right.
Then says, Dad, Spencer didn't hurt that girl.
I know, it makes it seem like,
And then
but
goes,
I did.
"Psst, psst, psst, psst." Right.
I hurt that girl. I was covering for Spencer. Maybe the girl came at me. Maybe the girl was involved with Ian. Maybe that girl threatened to
Hey.
release the tapes or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
whoever
there's
this
lots
girl
of
is.
there's lots of potential answers there, but it looks like Melissa's talking about the girl in Allie's grave.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And then the last scene is someone dragging Jessica's dead body and burying her in the ground,
Oh my
like
gosh.
her daughter was before. Ugh. I said these actors, I don't know
Ugh.
how, like, especially the first scene we see of Alison being buried, like Sasha gets dirt on her face. She has to open her eyes. That must have been awful. Absolutely awful. Ugh, I can't imagine. And like that messes with you. Like as an actor, not that I would know, but that you have to like go home and think about like being someone throwing
Oh.
dirt on you. Like, no, I would not be able to sleep. It's so eerie. Okay. Last question from Mike. Where do you think season 5 will open up? Right away, or will some time pass?
I'm going to be selfish. And I'm going to go with what I want.
Okay.
And I want it to open up right where we left off.
Okay. I can confirm it does.
Yay!
It sure does. The girls are still very much post Ezra being shot and scared. And yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone have any questions, last minute comments they'd like to before we go into some A or nay? As we're live tonight.
Yes. No, we're just talking about like how creepy the burial was. And they're saying they would have nightmares.
Yep.
Yeah. Ugh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So A or nay provided by Kate.
Thank you, Kate.
No con. A or nay.
Nay.
CeCe telling Holbrook that Allie is alive and she has proof.
Nay.
Melissa. You still think? I mean, she's so
gosh,
suspicious.
so fishy,
all the
as we know.
time.
She's so suspicious, you know?
Suspicious Melissa.
Milish. We should call her
Milish?
suspicious Milish.
Suspicious
Milish. Fish. She's so fishy. I don't know what's going on with her. Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Toby allegedly going to London to fetch Melissa.
I'm going to say that's A.
Okay. We got an A. The iconic yellow top, an alleged gift from Allie's mom.
Yeah, I mean that like post-it that she wrote, like whatever. I'm going to nay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jessica's worried phone calls.
Nay.
Jessica's murder.
A.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you, Kate.
my wheels are spinning, Kate. Thank you.
We're going to head over to a Lucky Leon's Ladle for some ice cream.
Yes, provided by our good friend of the show, Michael. The scoop of the week is Cold Stone's. Again,
He's just trolling me now.
I know. Cold Stone's apple pie a la Cold Stone.
Okay. I thought it was apple pie a la mode, but maybe that's what it's called.
Yeah, French vanilla ice cream with cinnamon graham cracker pie crust, apple pie filling, and caramel. Do you remember
Yes, I
this?
do. And it used to make me dry heave every time I had to make it because the apple pie filling was so disgusting. Anyway.
Okay, moving on. Answers isn't the only thing A is for this week. Annoyed is another word that comes to mind, as this episode makes it look like it gives us a lot of answers, but it leaves us with more questions than it answered. The one thing we can count on from both PLL and ice cream is that they both always leave us wanting more. I give this episode 3 scoops.
Okay. He wasn't too impressed.
Wow. Thank you, Michael.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I would give it more than that.
I would give it like maybe
I mean, like 4 scoops.
Yeah, I was going to say 4 scoops.
Yeah.
What about an MVP?
I have my MVP.
Okay.
On
we
3?
can do it on 3.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, Allie. You know, she gave the answers. She did the best she could.
The answers. I thought she performed beautifully. She looks gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's silly not to give it to her.
Yeah.
She literally was the most valuable player in this episode. We needed her to give the answers.
Yes. Agreed.
Shittiest. I went with Ezra only because I can't with this guy.
He saves the day and he's still
I know,
shit.
but like, right? Like, you came there, nobody asked for you to come, but you also kind of saved them. Who's to say they couldn't have kicked A? There's 5 of them, and one of them. I mean, I know A had a gun,
and you're just like, do it. You know?
Yeah. I
don't know.
Do you have a shittiest?
I don't.
No.
I don't.
It's hard.
I mean, you know, like Ezra's always shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm fine with that.
I mean, I guess you could kind of give it to Jessica for that reason of the burial.
Vic says Holbrook.
Holbrook is, honestly, this is the only time Holbrook actually did his job, but not really. He didn't really.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't really get much places.
And where's Tanner?
I know. She would have been
she'd be
more
all over
feisty.
this.
She definitely would have been a better. They could have done the good cop, bad cop thing, and she would have done the bad cop for sure.
Yeah.
Cringe. Some of the lines Allie had were terrible.
Yeah, I know. And then the
Of
whole
course, they can't
like
replace it.
lame. It's not a lame goose. It's a lame
Oh,
duck.
we did not need any of that. We did not need any of that.
Could have done without.
I really enjoyed the emotional scenes between all the girls, and I
Yeah.
thought they all acted that really well. It was so campy with the roof scene with the Spider-Man and all of that. Other than that, I don't think it was too cringy. I mean, maybe like a 2.5.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This was not cringy.
Okay, great.
No.
All right. So, as you know, this is the finale. So, technically, I don't have a secret for next week because we're going to be taking a couple of weeks. But I'm going to give you the overall themes of what you can look forward to in this next season.
Ooh.
Yeah. I thought this was
love
really
this.
exciting.
I love this. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, obviously, no title of the episode, but the overall themes of the season. So we have trust collapsing between the girls and Alison.
But that's been every season.
Yes, but now she's here. She's here, so the girls are having a hard time trusting her.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
False justice and a wrongful conviction.
Say that again.
False justice and a wrongful conviction. So someone's going to jail, but it's a wrongful conviction. A
Okay.
shocking murder. Advanced psychological torture, aka A, and the answer we've been waiting for, A's name.
Is it actually A though?
It's actually A's name. It is
I like how you
A's
just deliver the same
name.
line.
It is the name on A's birth certificate. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's the name on A's birth certificate.
It's just A.
It's just A.
Imagine though.
Dash A. That's the name.
It's just Allie.
Imagine A's name actually is Alison, though.
Allison, yeah.
Alison De Laurentiis.
Do you like season 5 or what you can remember and what you've watched so far?
I think it is going to be better than this season. I truly do.
Okay.
Towards the end of next season, wild things happen. Wild things that you're like, no way can they do this? Like, not who thinks of this, right? Who thinks of this?
Right.
I mean, I'll just scream again. The dollhouse is crazy. It's crazy.
Okay.
Like, what the hell, guys?
When does the dollhouse come?
Like, towards the end of the season.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
have like 8 months.
We have a while, but when you see this, you're gonna be like, wait a minute. No.
So
No.
Wait,
just no.
this is not going to be like a Sims situation.
Oh my god, I would love that. Dolls in The Sims?
No, I'm saying like someone is just acting out what's been happening with their dolls. In a dollhouse.
I'm just gonna let you think whatever you want to think about it. I'm not gonna go into any more detail.
So pretty much we'll reach the dollhouse in August.
We will, and it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be ridiculous, but it's gonna be epic.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's season 5 in a nutshell. You know, Allie with the girls, she's getting reacclimated into Rosewood, and the girl is not really knowing if they can trust her. And then we have a murder that happens, and then someone goes to jail because of that murder, but it's not the actual murder. Right. Well, I mean, it's PLL. There's lots of murder.
Oh, yes.
No, there's another murder.
Oh, so there's not just...
This is not Mrs. D's murder. No, we don't even... I mean, I'm sure we'll touch upon Mrs. D's murder, but there's another murder that happens.
Why am I so concerned of the fact that, like, now Allie doesn't have a parent?
Right. I mean, technically she has another parent.
No, I know, but then it's just her and Jason and Ken, as you said.
Yeah.
I'm always, these is things you don't need to worry about. This is what
I know, but also she's a teenage girl that's just been on the run for 2 years and buried alive. Like, it's so many things that this girl should have parents in the house. Yeah.
Maybe the dad is who did it.
Oh.
Maybe Ken is the one. Okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah. And then we have this.
The dollhouse.
The dollhouse and A's name. So, and then after season 5, season 6 and 7 are weird. Weird. Season 7 specifically is very weird. But season 6 is where a lot of like action happens. But anyway, so that's season 5. We'll have 25 weird episodes of season 5 to look forward to, which we are starting very, very, very soon. Like, so soon. So if you want to be here, you have to go on Patreon. I'm sorry. That's what you have to do. The patrons get it first. They're our priority. They are the best. The fam. They know what's up.
That's it.
Yeah. So join us in a few weeks if that's something that interests you. Again, the links are forever in the description for the episode.
Yep.
They're everywhere. If you have any questions, you know where to reach us. And we'll be back for season 5.
Season 5.
Again, only on Patreon.
High five, my friend. Another season down.
Feels so good. And we're more than halfway done with the show.
Oh, man.
Thank goodness. Not that it's like I want the show to end, but there's 7 seasons. It's a lot of seasons. It's a lot.
I know.
So it feels good to like be more than halfway done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Starting season 5.
Very exciting.